What's up, everybody? Good to see you. Sorry about Monday. And what makes Monday doubly lame was I was making all these really awesome jokes about how the cold was restricting the internet from coming in to the house. So I was making all these brilliant jokes and nobody could hear them because my internet sucked. So I'm gonna have to go in and delete all those 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there of like choppy, ugly internet stuff. But yeah, so we made it. Huzzahs all around. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. People who check out the VOD, the video on demand later. Thanks. Hope you're enjoying whatever time of the day it is. I am not gonna lie. It has been not an awesome, I'd say last week and a half. We have had a lot of changes in the house. Not great changes, I will say. So regrettably, because of those changes, I have needed to pick up a second job now. So I had done Eat Street food delivery in the past, back when we were trying to supplement the income a little bit. So I picked that back up. I'm gonna try to work my schedule because that one's not like Uber Eats or DoorDash. Well, I think it's like DoorDash, but it's not like Uber Eats, where it's like a true part-time job. So I have a shift that I sign up for, but instead of working purely off of like whatever tips I get for orders, I get a true base minimum pay. Excuse me. And then I can upscale from there based on how many hours I work and how many orders I get, plus obviously tips and all that. So I'm too late to get on the schedule for next week, so most likely I'll be getting on the week after that. My plan is to work my schedule around streaming, because that is important, obviously, because it's extra income coming in. But this is something I truly love doing. Camera here. I've almost got to put like a wall or a blinder up over there, so I'm not like looking at myself talking. I'm looking at you guys and talking. I apologize for that. But the changes that happened have been stressful on the household. I almost had to cancel tonight because we had another problem come up, but we were able to work it out, so we was good to go. But yeah, just life's gonna challenge you every once in a while, and what you do once you are challenged like that kind of really tests your mental fortitude and all that. So, yeah, so things a bit rough, but it's this family since we've made it. This family has been challenged quite a bit, especially over the last, I'd say, 5 years. Definitely in the last two, even before COVID. So we're gonna persevere. We're gonna be fine. May take us a minute or two, but we're gonna get there. So, on to the juicy stuff. Yeah. So, I gave probably an hour or two of Witcher 3 a try right when it first came out, because everybody and their mother was talking about how great of a game it was. I've talked on the stream a few times about how open world games tend to be overwhelming for me, but I have always wanted to give it another try. Now, I did watch the show. I watched, I didn't get all the way through the first season, but I got through a decent amount of it. I feel like this game, if memory serves me correct, I feel like this game tells you enough about what's going on without feeling the need to play the other two games. Since they are strictly PC games, I would like to at some point revisit them. Or not even revisit them, visit them, period. I have no idea about the quality of them, but I know the quality of this game is good. And since I can't... I don't want to say can't. Not really still waiting on Cyberpunk to get fully patched and fixed before I tackle it. Because that's one I definitely... I mean, much like many people in the world. I saw the trailers, and, you know, saw the teaser trailers, thought, ooh, Witcher has a good reputation even though I didn't play it. So Witcher set in the future. Come on, how awesome would that be? And then obviously you hear more about, you know, the gameplay, and the gameplay looks good, and then all the character customizations, all the memes were there, but at the same time it was, you know, highly acclaimed, so, you know, at some point I'm going to tackle it. But I'm going to wait because obviously it was super buggy. Even though I do have the Series X over the One, and I heard, and it was under the understanding that the Series X, it was fine. I'm still going to wait for a lot of the bugs to patch before I invest, you know, $60 into it. But since I didn't get a chance to play Cyberpunk, I figured I'd do the next best thing, which would be to play their last great game. So like I said, I know a bit about the story. Don't know, I have a little bit of experience with the gameplay. At the time, I remember feeling that it was complicated. But now I will probably play it and go, oh, you know what, this isn't that bad. So yeah, ready to get into it, and here we go. Let's go. Oh, and to the comment from, someone the other day, no, I will not be doing it on Death March difficulty.
Hungry, terrified, clutching your babes to your breast. Emperor Emir has marched his legions into our lands, laid siege to every fortress from here to the Blue Mountains. Rabid and ravenous, he bites and bites away. Men of the North, you stand at the precipice. Your kings have failed you, so now you turn to the gods.
Yeah, so that guy's talking.
And yet you do not plead. You do not kneel to dust your heads with ash. Instead, you wail, why have the gods forsaken us? We must look into the trials we failed long ago. In a time past, our world intertwined with another through an upheaval scholars call the conjunction of the spheres. The gods allowed unholy forces to slip into our domain.
Well,
the offspring of that cataclysm was the nefarious force called magic. Yet we did not banish it, instead studying the vile arcane for our own power and wealth.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like something people would do. Hey, there's this awesome thing that does all of this awesome stuff.
The trolls, the corpses,
let's not get rid of it, let's use it.
Werewolves. Did we raise our swords against them? Or have we laid this burden on others? On so-called witches. Stray children taught the ways of foul sorcery, their bodies mutated through blasphemous ritual. sent to fight monsters, though they could not distinguish good from evil. The flicker of humanity, long extinguished within them. Yes, their numbers have dwindled through the years, but a few still roam our lands, offering their bloody work for coin. To this day, they shame us with their very existence. The North bleeds, flogged by war. The battles are the gods' whip, chastisement for our sins. And let us not forget the terrors, the scourges from beyond our world. The wild hunt rides the sky with every full moon. The dark raiders abduct our children into lands unknown. Some say they herald a second conjunction. Can we chart a course back into the light? Will we find the strength to banish the mages from our kingdoms? Unite around the warmth of the eternal fire. Nigh is the time of the sword and axe. None will fight this war in our stead. Nigh is the time of madness and disdain.
Alright, so basically the monologuing bad guy to tell me basically everything that's going on. That's what I've heard. Alright. Options. Definitely gotta do enemy upscaling. Oh, barely visible. Oh yeah, okay. Okay. Cool. Alright, we're good there. Yup. That's all good. Controller scheme. Not gonna mess around with that right now. Language. Subtitles on. English. Yup. Yep, I remember listening to that song when the show came out. It's cool. So apparently this is the one I should be doing. I will not be doing that. Do I do Blood and Broken Bones? I don't know. I don't know if I'm good enough to do Blood and Broken Bones. I guess... Am I a seasoned demanding gamer? Or am I in it to be challenged? Am I challenged or am I seasoned? I feel like it depends on my context. It also depends on the game, too. Yeah, so... Yep, curious how long... If we want to see how long ago I played it? Hey now. Language. So I played this almost 5 years ago. That's when I gave it a try. And I was like, nope, I'm good. So, let's delete all these. Tabula rasa. Clean slate. Alright, so... That I look at that again and it's still rude. Alright, I guess we're doing... Because I just basically got called out. I guess we're doing Blood and Broken Bones. I will probably regret it. If I do regret it, I'm blaming you, but, you know. I'm in this for the long haul. So... I'm in this for the long haul, so... show tutorials, definitely on. Simulate Witcher 2 save. Oh. I don't know what that means, but sure. Oh, poor horse. Rip. Oh, well. Wow. I forgot how extreme this game is. Good lord. Good gravy. Okay. Now, I believe to know that as being Yennefer. If I am up on my lure, I'm gonna see. I have the camera. I get the camera set up in like a position that I like. Then, specifically, my smallest child decides to mess around with it. His new favorite thing is that he's discovered that he can unplug it and plug it back in. No! She picked a side. Yeah, I do too. Like I said, it's been a while since I've seen it. Oh, poor horsey. It's been a while since I've seen it, and I'm pretty sure I didn't make it. I didn't get all the way through. It's not that I didn't make it all the way through, it's that I didn't get all the way through. So I'll tell you right now, as much as I love my wife, that is not a show she enjoys. She's not a fan of fantasy like that. So simulate Witcher 2 save. Does that mean that stuff you do in previous games feeds over? That would be awesome. I don't remember how smooth this is in terms of scene transition. I've gotten, I don't want to say cynical or anything like that, but I do say that that is something that has I've kind of, whether it's good or not, tagged as a like sign of a good game quality is the transitions. What's up, Geralt? Your nakedness. Somebody's got crabs. It's a sex joke for those of you that aren't too familiar.
You know I don't find that amusing.
That's a butt.
It wasn't meant to amuse, but to prod you to hurry. It's midday already. You promised Ciri you'd train with her. Go before Vesemir bores her to death with those etchings.
South butt. It's pretty much what my back looks like because I'm such a badass. I think it was. Not 100% sure.
Later then.
See you later.
Side boob. Peak of a side boob. Still a butt. It's a good thing the wife is not walked in yet. That'd be awkward. Basically. Smooth.
You're running out of juice.
I know. You might bring me some more once you're done training.
Alright. There we go.
Lilac and gooseberries, of course.
Geralt, stop fingering my toiletries.
Oh, this is...
Got any clothes that aren't black or white?
Undergarments.
Inappropriate, but still, you know, here we are. Alright. Alright, so yeah, for you, for the people that are seasoned and experienced in this game, as you may or not have seen from my,
Shit.
save
Mountain
load
Pass
screen.
as beautiful as ever.
It's good. I last played this game 5 years ago. So, 4.5 years ago. So, I am going to be a little bit shaky, so I have turned the tutorials on. I am hoping I can. Cool, I don't think I can turn them off. That's exciting. Alright, well I guess I'm stuck with the tutorials for a while, so you guys will have to be patient. You folks will have to be patient with me while I go through tutorials and stuff.
Old Witcher's fast asleep. Ciri's disappeared somewhere, of course.
Wake up!
Guess she prefers practice to theory.
What?
Time to wake up, Master. These lessons so boring they put you to sleep too?
Damn it. After taking notes on ghouls and owl ghouls, wanted to rest my eyes a bit.
Making her slog through that brick? No wonder she took off.
John of Bruges lacks
Hey, book
flair,
learning's
true,
important.
but he's reliable. Not like the hogwash they print nowadays. She's tackling the pendulums, right?
This is, if memory serves me correct,
Don't
this is the
stand
guy that was
alone,
rumored,
only in
that Mark
beds
Hamill
or
was
errors.
rumored to be
Bring our
wanting,
young damsel
that
to
was
the lower
rumored to be
courtyard.
playing.
She wants to practice, she'll get to practice.
Alright.
Don't get mad at her.
Why the hell not? The whippersnapper refuses to do as she's told.
You like
Whippersnapper.
that about her.
Fine.
You
Suppose
whippersnapper.
I'm partly to blame, but this has to end. Now. Killing monsters is not something to be taken lightly. Ciri must understand that, if she's to become one of us. I'll see you below.
It's true.
Wrong.
I can totally do that, by the way.
Now I see why you were so eager to practice. Strike.
Oh, she's doing it blindfolded. Psh. Come Come on, only one blindfold? Oh no! Slick. It's just for the record.
Circus pirouette.
I can
Wrong.
totally do all of
Footwork.
these moves.
Enough. Get down.
With a flip?
What do you think? All right. Take off the blindfold. You've got work to do. Your reflexes are still slow.
Maybe for a witcher.
Think drowners or striggers will go easy
Oh,
on
a
you because
witcher.
you haven't undergone the mutations? Though in your shoes, I'd fear Vesemir more than any strigger. Disobeying his instructions? Unwise.
Well, yes, but that book was horribly dull.
I know. And you know that's no excuse.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
Better not. Vesemir said if it does, he'll make you eat a bowl of slugs covered in salt.
You!
Exactly. So you'd best behave. Come on. We'll practice with the others down below.
Shall we run the
Cute.
walls?
Of course. Is a Witcher school or an elven bathhouse?
To the bottom.
Maybe if you fall.
I wish. Okay, alright, that irks me. Jump and hurdle
What did
should
I
be
tell
the
you
same
about
button.
breathing? Through your mouth, in rhythm with your steps. Siri, cut it out.
Haha. Am I winning? Oh, there we go. Whoop. Oh dear. Am I winning the race? Against the child.
Run into trouble? Should I turn back and help you? First! Na, 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 na.
Ah, no, I totally just smoked you. Oh. Well, she beat me. Oh well. What are you gonna do?
Oh no. Vesemir's got that look.
What did you expect?
Yep. I mean, you did duck out of school. Oh.
Anything to say for yourself, young lady?
I'm very sorry, Uncle Vesemir.
Young blood craves action, I
Good job
understand
owning
that.
it.
But when you fight a beast, knowledge counts as much as your silver sword. At the very least, you ought to be able to tell a ghoul from an owl ghoul.
By markings, like unto the Panthera tigris that in Zeracania dwells, and by the sickly paleness of its visage.
So you did read the chapter. Still, you should have asked if...
But you were asleep, Uncle Vesemir.
Uncle Vesemir.
Don't try to weasel your way out of this.
A witcher must know how to trick his opponents. You said so yourself.
Might have. But don't use my words of wisdom on Vesemir, got it? That's playing with fire.
Fine, we've talked enough. Geralt, you're with me, Lambert with Eskel, Ciri with the dummy.
Again?
Stop groaning and grab a sword. What do you think? Should we start by reviewing the fundamentals or go right to free training?
Always review the fundamentals.
Should work on the basics. Even skilled masters need to hone the fundamentals, and Ciri's barely a novice.
Always go with the fundamentals. The big fundamental. And also, I need to know the fundamentals. skills because I am a novice.
Draw your sword, Geralt.
Ba 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 ba.
Quick cut. 1, 2, 3. Strong strikes now. Give it all you got. Never lock your elbow when striking, young lady. Dodge.
Position, Ciri. Footwork. Remember.
Alright. Hooah. Haha.
Who's next?
And ah,
Parry. Ciri, see how Geralt holds his sword tangled?
What am I supposed to parry?
hiya.
Stupid dummy.
Who's Perry?
Now, live later. Riposte! Strike! Counter-strike!
Come on, come on, come on, Vesemir.
Slice your jugular.
Alright, so I got one counterattack. Alright, so right before he strikes.
I'm too
Okay.
old for
Alright,
this
so I think I should be holding parry. Aha! There we go. Alright. Come on.
Slice your jugular.
shit. Now, young lady, bring
Haha.
the day to a close. We'll go over a few witcher signs. Let's start with Gwen.
Okay.
Ciri, Gwen is sometimes called the Witcher's Shield. Now watch carefully to see why.
Haha! Awesome. Bubble! I'm bubble boy.
Cascade me,
I am a
Geralt.
bubble boy.
I want to see sparks fly. See? If not for the Gwen sign, I'd be aflame by now. All right, Geralt. Come on. See that, Ciri? Art will knock anyone or anything off balance. Time for Axie.
Come on.
Damn it. I hate this feeling. Ugh. Axie can really muddle your mind. Erden now.
Come on.
Show her, Geralt.
Ow!
See this, Ciri? Couldn't move if I wanted to.
Haha. Alright.
Throw a
There we
bomb.
go.
Don't worry, Ciri. Gwen will dampen the blow. Yeah. Not bad.
Alright, standing on the spot. Here we go, standing on the spot. Ah.
Fine.
Hey.
Enough. Continue training at will.
Ow. 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 Alright. Just shaking off some of the rust. Alright, but there we go. Alright, there we go. Ow! I was trying to put my weapon away. A free shot at me.
Whoa! You really showed him, kid.
Ciri, get down here.
Great listener.
A little she-devil. Soon as she's back, we'll set her to polishing all the swords at Kaer Morhen.
Find that helmet?
I don't know. Scary.
Ciri? I'll make sure to find every last blade for you. What the?
It's a face. Oh no.
Vesemir.
Oh, oh. Uh-oh. This doesn't look good.
Did this again, White Wolf.
No!
Well, that escalated quickly. Oh, I forgot to check the year on the last one when it was showing them
You
before.
all right?
This is going to be the hardest thing, is to keep track. That's what the hardest thing about the show was too.
About?
Was keeping track of timelines.
Take forever to explain.
By the way,
Gone
had
some
that
way
show,
off. We've got time.
that show really
Started in the
got
guest
me
room at Kaer
into
Morhen. I was relaxing in the tub, and next to me,
started
Triss?
Yennefer. Funny, isn't it? She's never been there. Seemed so real in my dream, though.
Was she nagging you about something? True to life, indeed.
really
We'll find
made me give a better appreciation for Henry Cavill.
In the dream, I went and found Ciri. And we trained.
Those were the days. Little she-devil.
She devil.
I've trained kids who were faster, stronger.
Because not only was he
None had her character.
really good for,
Didn't end well, did it?
I know, I'm
Agreed.
kind of excited.
No. The Wild Hunt appeared, attacked Ciri. I couldn't move.
I'm kind
stood
of
there
excited
like a
for
stump.
that. I was worried there about the rumor for a while that Henry
It was
Cavill was going to
just
be
a
out
dream.
as Geralt, but
That's the problem. It was more. In the past, when Ciri'd appear in my dreams, something was wrong. She was in danger.
We taught her how to defend herself from anything, wraiths included.
rates included. But I'm glad that that rumor.
Be dawning soon.
Seems to have
Time to go.
not fallen through. But yeah, I'm excited for it. It also sounds
Wait.
like in season 2 they're gonna do a better
Show me
job
the letter from
of
Yennefer. Might have overlooked some hint. in
that
it.
they're gonna try to clean up some of
Didn't
that
overlook
timeline
anything.
confusion.
We were meant to meet in Willoughby. That's what she wrote. Meanwhile, one army or another burned the village to the ground. All we can do is follow her trail, so...
Stop talking for a minute and give me the letter. How about that? It does smell of lilac and gooseberries.
So
We're gonna
there we
read
go.
it, not sniff it.
We must
Yeah,
meet
gross.
soon. Willoughby near Vizima. Nothing else to guide us there.
Nope.
What's this postscript? I still have the unicorn?
Stuffed unicorn. Used it once or twice. certain situations.
The things young folk
Yep.
get up to these days.
Back on topic. How's it look? How far behind Yennefer are we?
2 or 3 days. Trail's fresh. But it looks like it leads towards the main road. Could be muddled there.
Yeah, well, I remember from the movie, she was, or from the show, from
Wait,
season 1,
yeah,
she
that's
was distracting. Alright.
Come on.
Haha, I got my first kill. Haha, look at me killing all. There we go.
Of course, when armies pass, necrophages follow. Let's go before any more show up.
Cool. Alright. I'm playing Blood and Broken Bones, so meditation does not regenerate vitality. Great. Alright, come here, Roach.
Ever tell you about this sorcerer I knew? Couldn't stop talking about how useful they are as creatures.
I already got that.
Because you can brew potions from their blood?
No, because by eating rotting corpses, they prevent epidemics.
Did he know they eat the living as well?
No, really upset him too. His theory collapsed. Come on, Roach.
Alright, Vesemir. I'm following you, buddy. Buddy, old palo, buddy.
War's not exactly going our way.
We have a side.
The northern realms.
Radovid's realms, don't you mean? Temeria and Edirn are no more.
Radovid's pledged to restore the old borders as soon as he wins the war.
Believe that?
Gotta believe something. It's what keeps us going.
Interesting. I always... The show definitely made it seem like Witchers didn't have a side. So I think it's... Whether it's a... You know...
Hey there.
Whether it's... story consistency or just
We
timeline
going?
changes. Definitely interesting.
Help me! Help!
Oh, you're a Witcher. Never mind. I'm cool. Thanks, bro. Oh, that's a thing. Griffin. Griffin. Alright, bye-bye. Yeesh. That was a big one.
Has it gone?
Yeah. Come out.
Love the hairdo. Gotta love it.
Gods, that was close. I was sure I'd end up like my mare.
Provided you got
No
lucky.
problem, buddy.
Your horse died quickly, but griffins like to toy with their prey. Eat it, alive, piece by piece.
Oh,
Oh, God.
you'd like a reward, I suppose.
You don't owe us anything. You were in need. We helped.
And they call witches
There you go.
heartless.
say they won't lift a finger without pay.
They also say mice are born of rotting straw. Back to the trail.
Like I said, leads to the main road and ends there, muddled.
You seek someone?
Yes, a woman. Medium
Once again,
height,
I'm
long
probably
black
way too
hair.
open.
Seen anyone like that?
No. But there's an inn here in White Orchard. Sole one around. Gets its share of travelers. Perhaps you'll learn something there. Besides, the innkeep's my cousin. Tell her Bram sent you. She'll treat you like family.
Not a bad
Once
idea.
again.
Especially since that wound needs cleaning.
It's always
He's
good when in
barely
doubt,
grazed.
default to being nice in
But
games.
sure,
Well, in
use
life
a
in
good
general.
rye,
Default
nice
to just
and
being nice to
cool,
people.
You know, straight
It'll-
from the cellar.
Let's go.
Alright. Glossary. Bestiary. Griffords. Okay. Once again, I apologize for the people that, get irked by
Come on.
tutorials. Hey, there we go. Oh, interesting. Okay, so in
Griffin
Red
lives
Dead,
close to the village.
Red Dead Redemption 2, they made a big deal about
My
this being a
thoughts
thing.
exactly. In the forest or the mountain, sure, but here, near the main road.
Maybe it's the war. Corpses everywhere, the stench of blood, burnt flesh. Drives monsters crazy sometimes.
Men, too. We need to watch ourselves in White Orchard. And we should leave as soon as we learn anything.
Okay.
Gran told me about the Swiss girl. Lad went missing one day, so broke out a witch from the front of the car and started pooping and arse.
Take it easy.
Take it easy.
Set off. Oh, so it all.
There we go. What's up, bitches? Geralt in the house. Well, in the in-house. You know, it's all the same.
What? Take that down before there's trouble.
That is a coat of arms, the Temerian lilies. They've a right to hang there.
This ain't Temerian
Oh.
anymore, old man. It's Nilfgaard now.
It's Nilfgaard now. Dun dun dun.
My arse it is.
Uh-oh. Guys picking a fight. Let's go. What's up? What's up?
Witches? I'll not drink with Weevilaw's freaks.
Beg your
Ah,
pardon for
Gwent.
those
I saw it.
folks.
No need. We're used to it.
Folk are jumpy round here. Armies just passed through. Now a griffin's prowling about.
Already had the pleasure. Ran into your kinsman, Bram.
Bram? How is he?
Alive. Sends his regards.
Master Witches. Food and drink on the house. What can I get you?
Once again, default to being nice.
Show me what you got behind the counter.
Alright. How much coin do I have? 168? Alright, ba. Buy some apples. Apples always good. It's good that it's good that food doesn't like rot or anything in your in your wallet or bag or whatever, because Lord knows, like, if I bought a whole bunch of stuff here and then didn't eat it right away and it just rotted, that would suck. Potatoes. I will buy 2 potatoes. I'll buy 1 baked potato. Okay, so I got 99 coin left. Okay. Alright. Drink. Okay. Alright. Alright, that should do me, especially since now apparently I don't. There. Alright, that'll be good.
Pretty busy place you got.
Nations
Yeah.
on the move. Some search for kin, others just want to get out of the way of the armies. They all need food, drink, and a night's rest in warmth.
So, war's been good for your trade?
Aye, so far. But it'd be best to know peace again.
I'm actually
Times
pretty
like
impressed
these, you never
with.
know what tomorrow will bring.
Alright, I'm gonna take a break, not take a break real quick, but I'm gonna swap out some, make sure the, yeah, what's this thing called? What's controller? Controller doesn't die. Words are hard. No, I did swap controllers. It's because that one is the one that came with the Series X. I don't have the rechargeable batteries thing for it yet, so I had to switch to my old Xbox One controller that is rechargeable. Judge not. I'm broke as all get out. Alright.
There a contract on that griffin?
Nay, not at the moment. Used to be. Soon as a beast had built a nest nearby, the alderman would start a collection, or go to the Lord for help.
Well, help.
Now the alderman don't use the privy without asking the Black One's permission first.
Basically.
And seems they hanged the Lord.
Yeah.
For no contract.
Shame.
Yeah, well, I
We
probably
might
could have held on
done
for a little bit
something,
longer,
not for free.
but I figure I'd rather do it now while there's a lull as opposed to when I'm, Lord knows with my luck, I'd be in the middle of combat, then it'd be like, replace battery. I'm like, oh god, no! What do I do? I gotta go. I gotta go. And then I jump back in. I'm like, what? Buttons do what? And then I get my head chopped off, and it'd be annoying. Yeah, I noticed that for you, the drill bit solved that problem. For me, I probably have to do a little bit of tweaking to get mine to work, more than just a drill bit. So I might have to reach out again for that.
Looking for a woman. Raven-haired, violet eyes, dresses in black and white. Riding in from Willoughby. And, strange as it sounds, lilac and gooseberries might have smelled that.
I've not seen nor smelt such a lady. Believe I'd remember.
Probably.
Yeah, especially hard to forget this one.
Plenty of travellers about, though. Folk from all over. Might be worth your while to ask after her.
Thanks for everything.
Actually pretty impressed for the game that came out. Was this like 2015, 16, somewhere around there? Pretty clean graphics for a 5-6-year-old game. I'm pretty impressed.
Help you bandage that up?
Please, I'm not decrepit yet.
Then I'll ask about Yennefer.
Mm-hmm. Just remember, we'd rather not draw any attention.
Attention schmention.
Yeah, Black One's been out measuring the field.
Alright, so inventory. Yep. Yep. Oh my god. I kind of forgot the tutorials were for everything. I feel like I should be paying attention to this. Sure. There we go. Cool. Not what I was trying to do, but cool. Here we are. So what do I have in there? Alright, so I think I'm going to swap the bread with my apples. There. Cool. Alright, we're good.
Better that than burning the harvest.
Drommel. Drommel, you're dumber than a headless cockerel.
I'm looking for someone.
And we seek some peace and quiet.
Out of my face, freak. For your breath sours my beer.
Pick a fight? Okay.
Raven, woman dressed in black and white. Seen her? Talk.
Folks say the lady rode through the village a few days back. Galloping so fast she knocked Radabor into a ditch.
Which way did she go?
Dunno. Lots of tracks leading off the main road. Could have gone anywhere.
Oi, people! The freak's taken Micah's mind!
Uh-huh. And I'll take your tongue if you don't shut up.
Want to fight? Want to fight? Want to fight? Didn't think so. Thanks, guys. Appreciate ya. Look at that. Didn't even pick a fight.
More. There are 4 factions.
4 what?
Factions, teams, suits, similar to clubs and spades,
G'day.
except each suit has its own face
G'day.
cards. There are also special cards.
Wouldn't you rather play war? It's like to be near dawn before you get your game in the night.
What
That's where I
a
learned about
waste
Gwent.
of time. The Earth shall revolve around the sun before you comprehend these rules.
Got a minute?
Why not? Aldert Geert, Assistant Professor in Contemporary History at Oxenfurt Academy.
Sounds like a
Geralt of
smart guy.
Rivia. Witcher with tenure. I'm looking for a woman. Long hair, dressed in black and white. Seen anyone like that?
Of course not. Unlike the populace, I know the horsewoman of war is pure poppycock.
Horsewoman of war. What's that about?
Folk say an omen. A beautiful phantom rides the fields
Yes.
at night, looks as you described her. Armies follow her, and all who cross her path meet with misfortune.
That sounds like
Down to the
Jennifer.
last bit. Know where they saw her?
No, facts interest me, not fairy tales.
Well,
Not a place I'd ever expect to find a scholar. Take it you're fleeing the war?
Quite the opposite. Chasing it. I'm headed for the front.
Tired
whoa,
of life?
alright.
I seek knowledge, which
Tired
I
of life.
value more than life itself. I've a thirst no dusty old tomes
None of
can
that.
quench.
Tired of
I
life.
wish to see the Nilfgaardian invasion with my own eyes, understand it, and record it all in my chronicle, my magnum opus.
Interesting. We need somebody to describe war, what it's really like. Not colorful banners and generals making
hopefully I
moving
don't get him
speeches,
killed, but
rape, violence, and thoughtless cruelty.
Ah, I see you lack the polish of the Academy. Rape and cruelty are details of no import to the war's course. Trinkets on the garment of conflict, one might say.
Tell that to the people whose houses burned down. War reached Novigrad yet?
Nope, but it's only a matter of time. Nilfgaard on one bank, Redania on the other.
interesting.
Drooling over the city like dogs over a juicy bone.
Many a ruler's choked on that bone.
True. We value our liberty in Novigrad, and we know how to fight for it.
The scholars especially.
The sword is not the only weapon. Do not forget, architects from our academy designed the city walls. Walls no war machine has ever crumbled.
It's true.
Gotta go. So long.
A moment, Witcher. You strike me as a man of the world. Are you familiar with Gwent?
No, and I don't have time to learn.
But
Bull
the rules
crap.
are quite simple. Come, let's play.
Heck yeah, we're gonna play some Gwent.
Why not?
Splendid.
I
Here's
don't
how
know,
it's
I'm just
done.
like, I don't have time to learn. And then I'm like, alright. So guys, we're learning Gwent. Now, if memory serves me correct, they actually made a Gwent game like a year or two after this. Yeah, you bet I'll go first. Okay. Okay. Da-da-da. Okay, heck yeah, buddy, let's go. Okay, got it, got it. Okay. Okay. Alright, so let's start. I don't wanna. If memory serves me correct, the strategy here is not necessarily to hold on to your highest cards as much as possible. Yep. If you pass when you're confident, you can win with the units. Okay. Alright. Alright, let's go. Alright, so 2 to 2. 2 to 4. Bertha. Alright, now we're up to 9. 9. No, I don't want to do that. Yeah. Ah. 14. 13. 18. I feel confident that I'm gonna win the birthday. Oh, well, that's annoying. Yeah, well. Eat a dick. Yeah! There you go. See? It's the long game. Play the long game. Alright. Okay. Alright. Set the strength of all seed. Okay, so go. So you went from 2 down to 1. Oh, that was annoying. But he's out of cards. So I will pass. You have no cards left. And I win. Eat a dick. Felt too different. Okay, well that's good to know. Yep. See, and that's exactly what I did. Yeah, I could I could definitely see,
Well, you've a knack for this game.
That's because you blew your load.
If you ever find yourself in Oxenfurt and wish to play a true master, ask for Stepan. A simple innkeep by trade, but a true maestro when it comes to Gwent.
I'll remember that.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That's the curse with mini-games in games. Like, for me, notoriously... for me, I'm notoriously guilty for, in Final Fantasy X, playing the crap out of Blitzball. Like, there'd be times when I would go and load up a game just to go and play Blitzball for like an hour or two. I enjoyed it so much, and I thought for the longest time that it would be fun to have a Blitzball game, like Blitzball games separately, like what they did with okay. Game menu. Crap. Oh, don't care. Yep. Dice poker. Yep. Okay. I want to look at what Gwent card I got. That's annoying. But yeah, I wanted to play a... I've said for a while that I would love to play a Blitzball game, kind of like what they did with Gwent. But I also kind of would worry about that too, that it would
Something else you'll be needing.
It'd feel too different.
Nilfgaardian rule to your liking?
What's there to like? 'Tis the same as any other. They tax us, requisition this or that. But they do keep the peace in the village, I'll grant them that.
You don't mourn Temeria's passing?
I mourned it round half a year back, when King Foltest was cut down. Now...
I remember King Foltest from 2? Because I think Witcher 2 came out on console.
Got anything interesting under the counter?
Depends what you're after. Have a look.
Guess what? I'm going to buy a Gwent card, because I have... Lord Commander. Sure. Alright.
Farewell.
Kitty. Stash. enough stuff in my pocket to stash. Kitty! Okay, kitty. My bad. My bad, cat.
Looking for a woman.
Like everyone.
Not like everyone. And not just any woman. Mine smells of lilac and gooseberries, dresses in black and white.
2 schnapsies. It'll lift your spirits.
Fine, I'll have a drink. Can we cut to the chase? You seen her or not?
Yennefer of Vengerberg.
Ooh. Alright, now we got some progress.
Never mentioned her name.
Yet you described her perfectly. And once I hear something, I never forget. Can't help it.
What do you do? Who are you?
A mangy vagrant. Gone to Rodim, at your service.
Vagrant. That a profession now?
Once a merchant of mirrors. The madding crowd dubbed me Master Mirror, or the Man of Glass.
It's a lot of alliteration.
How do you know Yennefer?
What a question. Master Dandelion's ballads, of course. The only way a humble merchant might hope to rub up against greatness. Unless, that is, he's as lucky as I am.
And runs into a very patient witcher.
It's a Geralt of Rivia himself. The Butcher of Blaviken.
Recognize me from Master Dandelion's ballads, too?
To your health.
Thanks.
You seen Yennefer?
Deepest apologies, but I must ask. Is this about love?
Guessed it. It's love.
I knew it at once.
What do you know? Tell me.
Before you
Being
appeared,
honest, guy.
it never occurred to me that might have been Yennefer. Who would have thought?
Get to the point.
An Nilfgaardian scout from the local garrison saw her.
Where?
At their camp. She rode in there. Dark of night. Black and white. Gooseberries and... Yes, I know. Had a terse exchange with
Dark
the
and
garrison
night,
commander
black and white,
and raced
gooseberries
off.
and lilac.
Where to?
I'm not omniscient. Ask at the garrison.
Thanks.
We men of the road must stick together.
Thanks,
Perhaps
vagrant.
one day I'll be in trouble, and you'll be nearby to help.
Alright, we got a lead. Peasant. We got a
Yes?
lead.
What is it, Wolf?
Realize it's been half a year since we hunted down that fiend in Varun.
Aww,
Yes.
going down memory
That
lane.
was more than a fiend. What was that bastard's name? Drugan? May the soil lie light upon him. Things used to be simpler. Monsters were bad, humans good.
That's how it
Now,
goes.
Everything's all confused.
That's how it goes.
Used to be exactly the same. You've just forgotten.
Do well not to point up my age. You're near a century old yourself.
See you later, Vesemir.
In a while, crocodile. Fellas, sorry I manipulated your brain. Now... Oh! Whoa! Nope. Nope. There we go. Uh-oh. Prepare for the fight sequence.
Done drinking?
Nice.
Then fuck off.
Don't want your kind here.
Wouldn't want to stay long anyway.
Maybe not. And maybe you'll just stay forever.
6 feet under.
Haha!
Pathetic.
Oh, I almost punched a horse. That'd have been awkward. Get in! Fine. Jeez. Don't mind me.
Looking for trouble?
Uh-oh.
Gods preserve me.
Your gran told me about the Smith boy.
Appreciate ya.
Lad went missing one day, so folk have bewitched him.
Alright, I don't know if I should be riding my horse or not. But here I go. Oh yeah. Come here. Come here, Roach. I need you. What the? I love game inconsistencies like that. Alright.
Move it.
Turn. And go. There we go. Go, kid. Playing in the grass, it's cool. Playing in the water. Alright, we got. Oh! There. Okay, yawning.
Gods preserve you.
Thank you. Gods preserve ye too. Alright.
Gods preserve you.
Yep, okay. Back on the horse. Back on! Back. Okay. Whew. Back on the horse.
Giddy up.
Alright, so that chick is just all about yawning and that's it. Riding all along. It's a good day, alright there, mister.
Slow now.
Good day to you. Good day.
Oh. This game, they seem to be more polite towards witchers.
Faster.
More people seem to be polite to witchers than in the show. Because in the show, everybody hated them. We're gonna walk over here. We're gonna grab some crow's eye. I don't know what that does, but anyway.
Medallion's humming. Place of power. It's gotta be.
Okay. Gather up some. There we go. Gathering up supplies. Whoa. Alright, picking a fight. Red. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Running. Oh god! Oh no! But that was quick. I am dead. It's not quite you died from Dark Souls, but close enough. You died.
Nice meeting you.
See?
Trouble.
Come on. There. Yep. And here we go. Oh, wait. Oh. Oh god. So it begins. I made a mistake, saw the board. Oh no. Oh no, so it begins.
Freak.
Good day to you too.
I died, Hellraiser.
What the fuck did I to do? Hey! What?
What happened here?
Oh, got a wee bit chilly the night, so I set fire to my forge. Got it nice and roaring. Roasted some wieners. What do you think happened, dimwit? Some bugger set alight me workshop. I've
Every
lost
stereotypical dwarf
everything
in every RPG ever.
Sorry. Any suspects?
Whole damned village. I've lived here half a century. Thought they saw me as one of their own. But everything changed when the Black Ones came.
Oh.
The only smith around, so I got to service their garrison. Bang dents out of plate, shoe horses. That sort of thing. Nilf Guardians don't pay me a bloody copper. Just give me supplies and orders. The humans can't fathom that. They think I'm getting rich off their misfortune. That I sleep on a pile of gold like a ploughing dragon. They've stopped talking to me. Spit when I pass. And now this.
Good luck rebuilding.
I can find
Later.
your arsonist, provided you're willing to pay.
I've not much left, but I'll give you all if you bring me that horse in, so that he gets what he deserves. The night of the fire, I heard movement outside my hut. Went out to see if I could find any tracks, but found nothing. But then I haven't got cat eyes, have I?
Hey, funny. Yeah, I do have cat eyes. Twisted fire starter. I love it. I know it's just a rainstorm. Hey, items have been enhanced. Oh. Okay.
Mum don't let us talk to strangers.
That is smart.
What happened to your mum?
You know, kid. Don't be talking about people's mugs when I'm carrying 2 swords. There we go. Alright. Wait a minute. Oh, over here. Oh, I think that's just like we can light a candle. Yeah. Okay, so. There we go. Alright. Nothing very helpful here then, I guess. Just gonna walk in. Nope. Alright. Alright, quests. To look behind the forge. There we go. Yeah, Mama said don't let us talk to strangers.
You chew 'em or swallow 'em whole.
I do like crickets. Okay. There we go. Oop, tree. Alright. Now this is convenient. This is just like Assassin's Creed, Eagle Vision? Or whatever it's called. Eagle Eye Cherry. Don't mind me. Don't mind me, fellas. I'm just walking along. Alright. Okay.
I think those plumes are wreaking havoc on my gut.
Footprints.
There we go.
A man's. Large.
There we go. Alright, so now we're here. So now we're looking around.
Damnation!
Damnation. Patooey. Okay. Oh,
To Took off his boots and went in the water. Probably wanted to cover his trail.
Smart.
Viper-eyed Hellraiser.
Took off his boots and went in the water. Probably wanted to cover his trail.
Alright, so let's go investigate. Alright.
Can't decide.
Ah, here we go.
Draw it or no?
Something
There's
jumped out
boots.
of the rushes.
But Tommy said
Drowners.
he'd not give his
But he
dog
managed to
his
escape.
Not with so many corpses rotting in the
Lost his boots in the rush.
poison.
Sure, not so sure. Who knows? Will you go to the well in
Tracks lead back to the village.
Alright.
Be ill and disturb a ghost.
Bleeding, but not badly. Surface wound.
Okay. Alright, so no boots. Bleeding. Mildly.
Me gran told me about the Smith's boy. Lad
Don't
went
you
missing
look
one
at
day,
me.
so folk nabbed a
Don't
witch
mind
that was
me, I'm
hunting
just
nearby,
walking
started
along.
poking him,
Goose.
asking. Well, he started twisting and
Come on,
squirming,
Wiggies.
so wham bam, they knocked his head off.
Aye, so it were. Except it was some drowner that had supped on the kid. Witcher had naught to do with it. What did the folk do? They could have sewed his head back on. Word is, they laid his corpse to rest.
Don't mind me, I'm just kicking the door
He's
down.
here, but I'll recognize him by his wounds.
Hey, buddy.
Claw marks. It's gotta be him.
Hey, buddy.
Nasty wound.
Did you pick a fight?
Run into a drowner.
What are you doing in my house?
you care?
Whoa, our arsonist's a charmer too. Come on, Smith wants to talk to you.
I not talk to a non-human.
Sons of bitches,
and
all.
And dwarves
Real
are the
polite,
worst.
buddy.
Greedy little magpies. Do anything for gold, they will.
Yeah.
They forge the blades the black ones put to our throats. Am I not right?
You are, in fact, not
Listen,
right.
We can work this out, man to man. I give you gold. You don't turn me in.
So
My
now he's
mum
like,
died a while back and I sold her
Guys, spin
tools. I've spent some.
typical D-bag.
But what's left is yours.
No chance.
Magpies
Sorry.
and dwarves
Commander
might be
Shepard.
greedy, but I'm not. Can't buy me.
And I'll beat your fucking mug to a pulp.
You really want to do that?
Calm down. Now follow me.
Come on. Where the hell did you come from? Where the hell did she just randomly pop up out of nowhere? Come on now.
Apologize. Gotta go. Apologize.
What do you want?
I want this. Oh, God.
Freak?
Alright, come on. Let's go. I had one person hanging out. One extra person hanging out for a little bit. Left. That makes me sad. Apologies. Well, you can do what you're gonna do. Gotta do what you gotta do. Escort missions are the worst.
Will you raise a glass with me? It's Durban now.
Durban.
D-E-R-B-A-N, not Goidemar.
Changed your name.
What do you mean? I know what they named you at your cutting. What kind of name is that anyway? Durban. Nilfgaard. My gran was from Nazir.
Ah.
Oh,
Guy changed his name.
May the sun shine upon you.
What boy? What? Oh, there he is.
Far away from my land.
Oh my god. His escort missions are the worst, especially one like this where I think I can't even keep up with me, so I gotta like walk. And then wait. And then walk. And then wait.
Damn deer, stripped the bark off the trees again.
Come on, Nap. And then walk.
Sits in the old oak tree, brewing cider and devilish tea.
That's not ominous at all. Something like a small child running by quoting some rhyme about devil being up in a tree. Ah, gotta love this. Come on. Come on. He's getting there. Slow but steady. Come on, Nap. Smith.
Up and at him.
What?
What's going on?
What's going on?
Here you go. One village pyromaniac in the flesh.
Nap? You!
I've known your mum
I
for
knew your mum
years.
for years. Charged her nary a copper. This is how you repay me. I've had enough. Hey, soldier. A minute of your time, please.
No! Willis, I beg you. I was drunk. Didn't know what I was doing.
I've told you, Master Willis. We will help you rebuild once reinforcements come. The supplies have been ordered.
Not what this is about, mate. This here's the arsonist. A witcher found him.
The forge was important to the garrison. Destroying it was sabotage.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
No trial needed here. Just a tree.
Oh dear.
Harsh as punishment goes.
But deserved. You know, I hated the Black Ones at first, like everybody else did. Now I'm thinking they might just bring order to this place. Teach these layabouts some manners. But enough about that.
Oh god.
Your
What have I
reward.
done? What have I done?
And I managed to save some things from the fire. Anvil's still whole, so I'm sure I can bang something out on it. You need anything, let me know. Give you a good price.
Hey, alright. Oh no. What have I done? I've become the
A
asshole.
return customer. Welcome. What can I do for you this time?
Show me what you got.
I only got 27. That's a lot of stuff. Alright. Can't quite buy that yet. Okay, alright, well. Definitely gonna have to come back here.
So long.
Once I got some more peas. Alright. Next quest. Done. Suggested level 2. I am still level 1. Okay.
That's just it. Day in, day out, the tavern's empty, not like before.
Roach, there you are. What are you doing hanging out in some random person's yard? Rude. Come on. Out of my way. Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. And now we ride.
Those plums are wreaking havoc in the
We ride.
My gran told me about a Smith boy. Lad went missing one day.
So polite, everybody. Yeah. You know what? Your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries. What's your point?
Discipline. That is what you folk lack.
The Emperor shall guide us straight to Novita.
Alright. Feel like I am once again, as I do with open world games, riding completely out of where I need to go, but that's okay. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. Giant rock. Right at the old giant rock, and then go straight past the other giant rock. Oh no, those aren't walk, those are bricks. Oh, stone walls. Oh, nope, looking at the pattern, totally looks like it used to be some kind of giant wall. Viaduct, perhaps. Oh. Don't bother going around the corners. Oh, there's a bad guy down there, but...
We'll look for Bastion later, once it's safe.
Come on.
Riding.
To the huts.
Alright.
whimpering hussar. We'll look for Bastion later, once it's safe.
Well, yeah.
Oh, here. Sorry! My bad. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, well, how the heck do I get down there? How do I get down there? Sorry.
Once it's safe.
Oh, there we go. Like, how do I get... Oh dear. Oh, come on! Those are little biznatches, is what they were. Alright, well, we going again. Ah. Thing. Quests. Secondary quest. Action. And
That's it, Roach.
gotcha. There we go.
Don't you look at me, sorry.
Alright. Riding along. That's slightly annoying. Killed 3 of them. I only got killed because I got lazy. Probably could have taken them out, bro. And that's what I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna save, and then I'm gonna go into fight. There we go. Road. Here. Can't wait till I used ranged weapons. That'll be good. Yeah, so far, and I don't remember this from when I played before, for a game that's 6 years old, very impressed with the graphics. A lot of it looks clean. The facials look good. Oh, we're going this way. The question mark, God bless it. Which means my brain is gonna go... My brain is gonna go talk to him. It's fine. We're gonna go over there and figure it out because, you know...
We'll look for Bastion later, once it's safe.
Alright. Okay. Oh, no, I'm fine. Oh, come on! And I did do the thing I said I had in my brain that I was gonna do. Save before I started picking a fight. Ah. Oh, jeez Louise, this is so annoying. But, alright. Trying this again. With a little less suck. It's like, I feel like that's gonna be my mantra. Especially since I didn't quite do Death March. I didn't do Death March difficulty, but oh wait, gotta change it over. Quest, save in action, and here we go. All right, gotta figure out how to save because I want to make sure that I save before I pick that fight.
The Emperor shall guide us.
Died twice. Not dying a third time. But it's I'd forgotten that about the whole hold down and you'll just keep riding on the road. Shows you how much I know. I really thought Red Dead Redemption 2 was like the first game to kind of like take that tool, really run with it. Apparently not. Apparently it had been done prior to that. So that's a game. Now the problem is with Red Dead Redemption 2. I feel like I feel like I have too many hours into it to kind of restart it. Though it has only been a couple years since I played it. It has been like probably at least a year since I played it. But yeah, this one I played 5 years ago and only was like maybe a couple hours into it. I don't even, now that I think about it, I don't even think I got to fighting the Griffin, which it seems like is the main thing that you do at this point. So I didn't even really get that far before I was moved on to something else. But Red Dead Redemption 2, I feel like I've got too many hours into it. So we're gonna do this. There we go. So that way I'm not making that damn ride all over again. Okay. Alright, now let's pick a fight. No. God! Ah! Why am I so not good at this? But load most recent save means I don't have to jump on my horse and ride those 500, I guess we'll call it meters. Just pop up right here, do it again. And yes, I am gonna do it again, because there's only like 4 of them, and they're not tough. There we go. Eat it. There we go. Shower brain, little monster blood. Oh, dude, I done cut that dude in half. That was awesome. Alright, well, you know, it's all good. Alright. Sorry guys, never stood a chance. I don't know why, those guys are just bitches. Okay, here. Alright. Jump. There we go. And hurdle. Alright. Alright, well, yep, of course we're going to take the upgraded. What's the other one? To improve its traits. Alright, we'll hang on to it. Yep, we'll definitely take those. Hey, not very stylish, but you know what, that's what we roll with. Alright. Alright, now let's go talk to dude.
Do that often? Talk to your dog?
It's my brother's, Bastion's. But guess he's mine now.
Oh, that's sad.
See, Bastion fought the Black Ones in a battle just outside the village. Haven't had word of him since. I told him, do like I did, lose a finger or two so they won't recruit you. Too damn afeard he was.
Feared.
Bloody hell.
That's something you have to say.
I'd walk the battlefield if I were you.
I did. Sea of corpses. And corpses feeding. Someone told me they're afeard of fire, so I took a torch, tried to chase them off. Horse shite, I
It's
tell
like
you.
weird. This is gonna
Would
make
have
my
ended up
brain
eaten
start
alive
thinking
if it
about
weren't for
D&D
Hussar
more
here.
again. It's so
Listen,
much.
Guessing you carry those swords for more than show. Come with me. Keep the ghouls off. Help me find Bastion and I'll pay you well.
Yup. You darn tootin' I
I'll
will.
help you. Just been a few days since the battle. Chances we find your brother alive are slim.
Very
slim.
Again.
Who would have thought?
Sorry.
But I want to find his body at least. So Bastion
fair.
don't rot there in the sun with the black ones. Meet me on the hill overlooking the battlefield. We'll move on together from there.
Alright, sounds good.
We'll eat myrtle grass during the hungry gap.
Alright, let's go.
That's it, Roach.
Hey, dog. Meet me in the battlefield. Whoa, hey, Roach. Could beat you there, buddy. Should I ride or something, maybe? Big gulps, huh? Awesome. Well, see you later. Alright, once again, it's like, nope, don't take that big loop, just cut across. Wish Red Dead Redemption would do this. Did it sometimes, but...
Faster.
Maneuver around the trees. Okay, and we're good. Hey, we made it.
Run, Roach.
Nope, we're good. There's no... Above. It's like up here. Oh, there he is. Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
You're here, good. Bastion,
I beat you here.
his body must be here somewhere.
Among countless others. Want to examine them one by one? Could take a while.
You needn't fret. The recruits from White Orchard painted a small flower on their shields so as to be able to spot each other in battle.
That's fair.
There was just a few of them. We look for the flowers, we'll
There you
find
go.
Bastion quick.
Alright, let's
No
go.
offense, but many a soldier's dropped his shield. Especially if he was on the losing side.
If we find the shield alone, Hussar will catch the scent and lead us to Bastion. Come on. Sooner we get this done, the better.
That's fair. Oh, before we go anywhere. Whew. That was close. Hey, Gwentek. Okay. Alright. That was a near thing. Alright, let's go.
So many corpses. And the war's just started.
There we go. Get that shit out of here. Son. Eat an apple. Get some vitality back. Alright, let's check. There we go. We got a body. We're gonna loot. Scanning. Don't mind me, I am also going to loot. Okay. Alright. I'm looking. There we go.
That him?
No. That's the sun. Come on, Hussar. Can you smell Bastion, boy?
That him?
No. Doesn't look anything like him.
Okay, not over there, not over there.
Come on, Hussar. Can you smell Bastion, boy? Still nothing.
So right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep looting bodies. Oh my god, all of the loot. Give me all of the loot. Oh, the ashes though, that's disturbing, but alright.
That him?
No. Neighbour's son.
Not a neighbor's son.
Come on, Hussar. Can you smell Bastion, boy? Still.
It's gonna be one of those where like I walk by it like 4 or 5 times. I looted this round of guys. Okay. Gotta love these. Don't mind if I do. Okay, get back here. Alright. Okay, I already checked that one, right? Yep. Yeah, because it's not, it's yellow, not red. Okay, I already checked that one. Okay. Right. I gotta love these, like, walk around and scan for stuff missions. These are always the most enjoyable. Almost as bad as escort missions. Yep, oh dear, that's gotta be him.
Skin's burned off. Might be hard to tell, I know, but could this be him?
Oh, yeah. Bastion was big, broad-shouldered. This one seems smaller, but maybe it's the fire did that.
Could be. There it is.
He
Found him.
The SARS caught his scent. Come on.
Alright. Come back here, dog. Alright.
But there is more. My lieutenant demanded we defecate on command. Ballista balls landing all around, and all he could say was, "A soldier with a full stomach will not step onto the battlefield." Now shit, that is an order. Can you believe it? The cretin.
Stop! You're killing me. My ribs. It hurts to laugh.
That needs a tourniquet. But first, want to explain what's going on here?
Bastion! Is he... This Nilfgaardian captured you?
No. He saved my life. I got a cut to
Mixed
his side,
allegiances.
and then got hit in the head. Couldn't see anything. Rosinia found me as he crawled across the battlefield. His legs twisted. And so we were. Blind man leading a cripple. Found this place.
I'm taking you home. We need to see to these wounds.
I won't leave Rosinia. Alone he'll die. And he can't go back to his home. He's deserted.
Hang him.
They'll hang him.
No
And
good.
what if they find him with us? They'll hang us all, my Laisha included. No, the Blacken stays here.
Bastion only made it with the Black One's help. Maybe you ought to show him Nordlings aren't as barbarous as Nilfgaardians make us out to be.
Use a mental.
Well, I could give him our pa's clothes, teach him to work the field. But that accent... Fine, I'll take him in. Thank you, Witcher. Your reward. And the gods
Got
protect
you. I got you, fam. 22 experience. And... yeah, buddy. How much money? Alright. Yeah, I know. I will get to... I walk by. It's over here. Ah. Okay. And jump this wall. And whoa. Now we call Roach. Get over here, horse.
Whoa.
And there we go. Alright, and go. And we ride. We ride and we ride and we ride along. This is my ride along song. Alright. Suggested level 2. Ah! So I guess because it's a suggested level 2, and I'm not, I'm a level 1, I will wait. That was stupid request, so...
Not so fast, Roach.
Alright, that's right. Oh, excuse me. Alright, so... Alright, so not too bad, but I think I even put as one of the options to scale, have enemies scale, so... Dope. I picked a harder difficulty than I probably normally would, and I had enemy scale, so... It will be harder to kill further along again. Dope. Use. That is dope. Alright. Ah, it's almost 5 o'clock. It's time to go get some dinner. Take a rest. A little tired. Alright. Don't mind me. Why are you fighting chickens? Where am I going? What am I doing? Okay, so definitely the ride along the road technology.
Take it easy.
Needed to be improved. It's all good. Alright. So we ride. Get drunk, get out of here. Don't need a boy playing in the random pond in the road. Oh, I forgot about the bridge. Question mark. God bless it. Oh well. Nope. Nope, wrong road. This is the road I want. How come? Jeez Louise. Okay. Oh, whoa. Phew. That was close.
Move it. Magic. A place of power. Not so fast, Roach.
There we go. Yeah, I got my butt smoked. So far, I've basically been helping the Nilfgaardians. Whoop, sorry guys.
Faster.
Gotta go this way. Oop, guarded treasure. Oh, jeez. You let me know when to shoot hard. Critical hit. Critical hit. Punk ass, bitch ass. Oh, stealing it. Oh, ruby and diamond dust. I'm so rich. Oh, I could have blown that up. That might have made that fight a little bit easier, but yeah, it's all good. Ah, yield wolf's liver. Love me some wolf's liver. Alright, so I'm gonna save. BRB. I'm gonna use the facilities real quick and grab something to drink. Ugh. Alright. We's back. Sorry. That that bathroom break turned into getting something to drink break. Turned into there we go. Turned into daughter came out of her bedroom. So I had to like go lay her down. And I had mentioned briefly at the beginning that stuff had been going on at the house. Is there something else to affect your work? I'd mentioned that there had been stuff going on. At the house, and so I had just taken.
Let's go.
Slower.
So the wife had come home from the gym, so I wanted to.
Do not get food, not from me.
I don't need food, buddy.
Good eye.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I wanted to take a couple of minutes and talk to her about stuff that was going on. Get an update on where she's at. Figure out, make sure that we're all doing good.
Yes.
Which we's getting there. Ah,
Military camp. No locals allowed without the express consent of the garrison commander.
I look like a local to you?
You look like trouble.
Dead wrong. I make trouble go away. I'm a witcher.
A witcher? Captain Peter Sagwin Levy is in the tower. Turn right, past the gate.
Guessing your captain's got work for me.
This is the army, Nordling. There is no guessing.
To the tower. Go. Stop.
what are you saying? Stop. Wow, word gets around fast. That just happened like this. Well, I guess it happened this morning, and it's not like there's a large gaggle of people around. Take that suit of armor.
Floor dark and putrid.
Oh, excuse me.
We must requisition a share of your harvest. I know there is little left in the ground.
Oh, collected.
Soldiers are meant to, and so they must eat, correct?
Password.
Dunno any.
So, out for a little walkie, eh? Counting the Emperor's swords to lull you to sleep? Well, in the army, we've a place for nosy ramblers. The scaffold.
Wow, jeez.
Thick-skulled quartermasters. They got a place.
You're clearly skilled at banter. And haggling? You got a knack for that as well?
Morale holding up around here? You boys think you can win this thing?
Ah, a spy after all. Or one to stir trouble.
Just asking
Neither.
a question.
Just curious.
Just curious.
Right.
I'm just conversating.
Well, tell anyone who cares we will win this war, because Radovid is mad, as everyone knows, and we've an extraordinarily well-drilled and well-supplied
Seems like
army.
it. That's one thing I want to
Incidentally,
argue.
did you wish to buy something?
Show me what you're peddling.
Still only 27, but I can sell. Selling stuff that I don't need. It said can be sold. What does it mean I can't sell it? That's hilarious. Well, I kind of want to sell some of the stuff, but 21. I can buy that. Okay. Okay.
I'd like you to craft something for me.
Like you to craft something for me. Okay, craft. Ooh. Huh, alright. And now I don't have the money. Son of a gun. I am broke as shit. Everything costs money. Why does everything gotta cost? Alright, well. Time to go make some money.
How much grain will your village give?
Whatever you say, Your Excellency.
Look at my hands. Look. See the calluses? These are not the hands of an excellency, but of a farmer. So we speak peasant to peasant. How much can
Very
you give?
noble of you.
40 bushels. There'd be more, sir, but our lads, the Temerians, that is, took from us earlier and...
You will give 30, and that will do. Let us settle on it, and I wish to see the transport soon.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you kindly.
I summoned
this guy?
only
No,
the
did you?
elderman and the smith, Willis. But it is said he is a dwarf. You are too tall to be him.
Very perceptive of you. Geralt of Rivia, Witcher.
Vatgern. This explains why I did not hear your footsteps.
Sneaky, like a ninja.
What do you seek here?
Yennefer of Vengerberg. Where was she headed?
That is a military secret.
Haven't thrown me out yet. Haven't called the guards. So go ahead. What's your price?
The griffin.
There is a griffin in the area. Slay it. And then I shall see what I can do.
Why do you care about this griffin?
Because I care about people. The beast has killed 10 already, including a few of my men. To hunt it, I would need to mobilize the entire garrison, comb the woods, organize a batu. Simply impossible.
Too big a hassle?
No, too high a risk. I cannot disperse my forces. Temeria's army we have crushed, but its common folk remain, ready to answer a call to arms. So, as to this griffin...
Ah, the glare!
On my hands.
Oh god, it's a good thing that the realism of this game is so accurate.
It's a deal. Some questions before I start. Know where the griffin has its lair?
It kept to the Vulpine Woods at first. I sent a patrol there, 5 young men. A hunter found them 2 days on. They only recognized them because they wore our plate.
It's unfortunate.
Since then, the griffin has grown bold. Attacks in
Oh, I
villages, fields, on the
Oh, I
main
am
road.
Meaning
fully
it's
aware of
abandoned
that.
its lair. Gonna have to set a trap.
I judge from your tone this will not be easy. What do you require?
It's...
Need more information about this griffin. Its sex, why it's abandoned its lair.
Shall I bring you witnesses?
They won't say anything I don't already know. I need to go where your men died. Look around. What's the name of the hunter who found them?
Mislov. He has a hut south of the village, very
South of
near
the
the
village.
wood. Helpful fellow.
A little strange.
Strange, though.
I'll need bait. A specific herb. Buckthorn. Scent should lure the griffin from 10 miles off.
Buckthorn? I do not know this. But I am not yet fluent in the common tongue.
Probably mastered the basics, though. Hands up. Kill them.
No. First came idioms. Don't play with fire, for example. Go to Tomira, an herbalist. She lives near the crossroads. She will aid you.
Tamira and Mislov. Thanks.
Es sun yakten.
Freak.
Yes,
Alright. Open up! Wake your ass up, son. You got a city to burn. It's just a level 3. Hey. Oh! What's up? Cool. Look at all those question marks. Probably shouldn't be fast traveling like that. You know, here we are.
We meet again.
Thank you for saving me.
Hey, no
People
problem.
say all kinds of things about witches, but I've always known yours to be an honorable guild.
I
So
got you,
managed
buddy.
to salvage some goods.
Yes, but I await the repair of my wagon. As time passes, my losses grow. Do you need something? I'll let it go half-free.
Let me have a look at your stock.
Alright, what do you got? Pig hide. Alright, oh.
Take
Later,
care.
dude. Don't have the money.
My gran told me about a Smith boy.
Right.
Missing
Oh.
one day, so folk nagged a witchman that was hunting him down and started poking him arsehole when he started twisting and screaming.
Alright.
Something else you'll be needing.
Farewell.
Oh. Hey, look, the kitty's hanging out with you. Who's that guy? Who are you? You look suspicious.
Welcome to our shithole.
He just pulls out an apple and starts eating. Alright, I kind of want to talk to the scholar again. Play another game of Gwent.
Ah, you return. Shall I deal?
You damn right.
Let's play this game of yours.
Great name for a card. Alright, start game. LFG. Let's go. Alright, so let's start. Start with a lad. I have a feeling I'm gonna smoke this guy. It's 5-2. Alright. 10-6. What you got? Alright, well, let's throw one of my trenches. Alright, so you got what? 6. We each got 6 left. Still winning 15-16, so I basically have to make him use an extra card. You know what? What are you gonna do? Okay. It's alright. I'm up 6 cards to 5. Bring it on. Hit 5. That's the only. Oh. Easy clap. Easy clap. Haha! Now you're in trouble. Now you're fucked. Alright. Place your opponent's battlefield cards. Ooh, okay. 5. What's this guy do? Perfect. Now you're in trouble. Clear that shit out. Fuck out of here. You only got 2 cards left. At 4. Fucking son. Boom. And he passes. So henceforth unto I win. Flex.
An interesting round. If you desire a
It's basically went the same way it did before. Where you won the first round, I won 2 in a row. Easy clap. Alright. Let's meditate until 6 a.m. Just chill for a bit. There we go. Ah, there we go. Brisk start to the morning. Carpe the diem. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, fair citizens.
It's Durban now.
Oh, I get it. Hey, oodlally.
Greetings, good man. Having trouble with your well?
Ah, you just broke into my house?
Aye. Tis haunted. Has been for a good 20 years.
20? So why'd you put out a notice just now?
Because earlier on we drew our water from the river. But so many corpses floating in it after the battle it's turned noxious. My daughter Mandy drank half a pitcher. Felt dreadful ill, can't keep nothing down. She grows worse by the day. Herbalist claims you fight a fever with drink. And not beer nor cider, but water. Clear, pure water.
Yeah. Purged,
And where
clean
am I
the
to get
system.
that if not from the
Makes
well?
sense. I get the logic in it.
But first, the
I don't know
ghost's
how
got to be
accurate that
driven
is,
away.
but there's logic to it.
And don't let any man near.
This ghost. Describe it for me.
Well,
it's awful.
It's awful frightening. Awful.
I meant, what does it look like?
It looks like a woman, but fresh from the grave. Wears a dirty dress, all rags, its skin flaking off its bones, and it howls like it's suffering.
Some wraith. Or maybe an alp.
If you don't wallop it, Master, if you don't take care of it, that is, it'll come kill me daughter.
I feel for you, but this is my job, so let's talk about my pay.
Something not right with the coin. That settles it then.
Ah, there,
Fine,
2
I'll
extra.
help. Where's this well?
In Havel, a settlement on the heights. It's abandoned now. No one ventures there on account of the ghost being about. Drive it off. Please.
Alright, let's go. Oh, no. Can't loot. Can't steal from me, it's between you. Alright, get over here, Roach. On the rain. Hey, yeah. Oh. Oh. That was close. This is the other thing that I get not annoyed, but like forget that I have to deal with when it comes to new games like this, or starting a game new, is like just the lack of money. I'm so used to playing games where I have like tons and tons of cash. Now I'm just like, oh god, I'm so broke.
Come on now. The infamous well. Strange. No sign of a ghost. Maybe it only shows at a certain time of day. Grass around the well's scorched.
Else should be examined. Oh hell yeah. Now, good thing is I don't have to feel bad about this.
Journal might be useful.
Okay, so reading. Uh-oh. Interesting. Anything else in this house? Nope. Okay. Moving on out. Alright, so let's check this house. Quicksilver. Alright, nothing really in that house. Okay, let's check here. Oh my god, look at all this stuff! Get out of my way. This house, This house is clear.
Bodies dried to a crisp. Signs of burns. All signs point to a noon wraith.
Alright, so... Alright. There we go. Alright, so I probably shouldn't do that. Alright, bestiary. Let's go to the bestiary. Nope. Go into the bestiary. Ah, okay, I get it. Bestiary. No. Okay. Vulnerable against. Alright, so.
Something's tied the noon wraith to this place. An object. Something she needs before she'll leave this world.
Okay. Alright, let's see. Actually, there's plenty of stuff here. Oh, wait a minute.
A man, stabbed with a knife, died on the spot. Animals fed on his body, picked his skeleton clean. More bloodstains over there. But it's not his blood. Bloodstains, barely visible. Someone was dragged this way.
Look at me.
Someone who was still alive.
Look at me being all investigator. Investigator Geralt.
Palm prints in blood. Small hands. A woman's. Someone dragged her out. She was wounded. Fought for her life. No body in sight, but might still find some tracks. Under the right conditions, bloodstains can remain visible for decades.
Handy.
Another print by the well.
Funny.
Noonwraith won't stray too far from the well.
Do that.
Bloodstains. Almost faded. But the line's taut. Something's not right.
Hello? Hello?
Corpse. Hanged by the bucket rope.
Oh, hello.
Woman the journal belonged to. Must be.
Alright.
Wide pelvis, small jaw. A woman. Around 30, judging by the teeth. Left arm
Man,
missing.
he is good.
Need to cremate the remains. Gotta find the object that binds her to this place before I do, though. Was she wearing the bracelet from her husband? Might be why her arm fell off. Gotta jump down there. Hope I don't break my legs.
And I use the rope so I don't in fact jump down and break my legs.
Noonwraith won't stray too far from the well.
Alright, well. Whee! There we go. There, cool. Found the arm. Now the question is, how the hell do I get out of here?
Lucky not to come up empty-handed. Yep. A bracelet with an inscription. To Claire, from Volker. Bracelet must have belonged to the woman in the well.
Probably. Makes
Lovely
sense.
craftsmanship. But I'll have to burn it with the body to get rid of the Noonwraith for good. Better do it near the well.
Yep. I'll take that. Okay. he's got to be a really strong swimmer if he's swimming around with all that shit. Oh, crap.
Need to prepare for this fight. Brew some wraith oil. Drink some potions.
Alright. Alright. Okay, so let's craft. Potions. Okay. Not helpful. Nope. Man. Jeez Louise. What do I need? Armenia or... Okay, well now I gotta remember. Okay, she is a specter. So, specter means I need... Specter oil, so I need... Armenia. Now where the hell can I get some of that? Hey, buddy. Great. Like I'm walking around. I have no idea what that is, but it's cool also. This feels definitely very Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Redemption-esque. Alright, once again, gotta do that. It's kind of funny because now I'm like, oh look, I'd like to really get some of this stuff, but now there's like nothing around. Helipora. It sounds like a cool name for a plant, but it does me absolutely no good whatsoever. Well, you know what? Let's just get into it. I'm so not prepared for this fight, but here we go. Let's go. Let's pick a fight with a wraith, with a new wraith.
And the bracelet. Igni.
Let's go. Now they're just standing up like, fine, here we go. You are.
Hey, I think it worked. He's gone. For good.
Gee, that was... Buddy! Fine. Alright, Roach, let's rock and roll. There. Yeah, that thing was easy peasy lemon squeezy. I expected that to be harder. Of course, I say that now, and I know I'm going to regret saying that the next time I play. Be awful, I know, but you know, it's not. Excuse me, pardon me, pardon me.
Give you such a lash.
Oh shit.
May the sun shine upon you.
Thanks, Roach. Good lad. Here you go,
Job
buddy.
done. The well was haunted by the ghost of a woman who was killed there. I drove it away.
I just hope every unburied wretch don't start haunting us. Well, that battlefield's gonna cause us a heap of trouble.
If they do, you know who to contact. Meanwhile, Claire, Volker, names ring a bell?
I don't know him. Though I did hear our herbalist Tamira mention a Claire once. Same one, maybe? Your reward, Master Witcher. The gold I'd hid away for Mandy's dowry. Without you, she'd never have lived to wed.
Oh, now I'm an asshole.
Let's hope for it, at least.
How about that? Never expected to get a dowry.
Nor did I suppose I'd ever give one to a Witcher. Strange times these, wouldn't you say? Strange.
Hate to do it, but I need the money. Yeah, buddy. Alright, ma'am.
Any tidings from Vizina?
Alright, so I figure this will be a good place to stop. So he's good. Alright, now I'm digging it so far. And obviously, I'm sure I will very much regret the bigger picture. Or once I get into more stuff, it'll be bad. But, you know, it's all good for now. So, thanks for everyone that hung out. Appreciate it. You people that popped in and out. Hopefully, there'll be enough to come back. Bring you back in. Suck you back in. Suck you back in. It's inappropriate, I know, and I apologize. For everyone that keeps hanging out, thanks for keep hanging out. Once again, bloop. Did I get the pointing right this time? Camera. Bloop. Well, anyway. Follower goals in the bottom left-hand corner. There we go. Nope. Camera's starting to be funky at the end of the night, which is fine. It happens. Wait. Nope. So I gotta go like that. Nope. Over there, actually. So actually, I'm just going like that. That way. So tell your friends. Have them come, hang out, give a follow. Because I want to do a Just Dance stream. And I want Abby to stream. And it'll be fun. So, thanks everyone. Appreciate you, as always. We'll see you next time. And as always, catch you on the flippity flop.